I honestly can't think about what to talk about today. I think I've run out of topics. Oh, wait, I know. All right. This is the Daily Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today I want to talk about what to say when your client wants to code on your app. Alright, so this is something that's come up lately, and it's happened a lot of times in the past where we have a client who wants to hire us and they'll say something like, hey, I'm a bit of a developer myself. If I help you guys code this app, can I get a lower rate, right? So can I pay less because I'm gonna jump in there and help you out? And my answer is always no. And you guys might get this, like if you do client work, you might get this question sometimes too. They might say, hey, my cousin is a coder too, he can help out, and they're trying to bring other people in and all this kind of stuff. My answer is always no. And here's why. Because either the person is going to be an amateur and it's really hard to work with a client who's paying you and also deal with all the crap code that they do, or they're going to be like a really good at what they do and they're a perfectionist and they just get on your nerves all the time because they complain about everything. But either way, it never really works. And a team works together, and like the way that a band works together or whatever a group of people does. Once you find a team that works well together, bringing in somebody from the outside usually causes problems, right? Back when I was working in investment banks, we had this situation once where we'd have other departments come, like I was in a development department at one of the banks, right? And so we'd have like other departments come to us and they to code something, and we had one come to us and they said, well, I've got this manager or whatever, right? So he said, I've got this guy on my team. He's really good. He's really good with code and everything. Could we get him to work on your project too, just to speed things along, right? And and all of a sudden they're like, yeah, maybe. What language does he do? Whatever. And my manager was in there with me, and he was just like, nope, we're not doing it. Nope. And and I asked him, and then afterwards, when the guy left, he says, well, why wouldn't they let him code in? And he said the same thing. It's going to be too much. It's going to be more hassle bringing somebody else in that we don't know. We don't know his ability levels. We know from a third-hand experience that he's the best coder in the world, right? But we don't know that specifically, and he hasn't been part of our team. He's going to work well with us. He's either going to be not good enough, or he's going to be he's just going to be too much of a stickler or whatever. There might be this Goldilocks zone where he's like the perfect person, but it's so unlikely. So so now when people ask me that, I always say no. The only exception to that is if it's design. We do design all the time. Like if somebody says, hey, I'm a designer and I like to do the design on this app, then we think, dude, that's like that's perfect, because if the design bit takes up so much time just in terms of iteration. There's nothing like putting together an icon, or for a game, putting like some characters together and have them go, I don't know if I like that shade of pink, and you're just like, God, and it's just back and forth and back and forth. And if they do their own design, that's fine, that's great. Of course, they always give us the design in the wrong resolution, so we have to be really specific about we just want the highest resolution possible. We can do all the resizing and slicing and all this kind of stuff, but that's one exception. But like when somebody comes to us and says, hey, if I help you guys code this app, can I get it a bit cheaper? I said no, but we can give it to you for like a higher rate, but we can make it more expensive because we have to put up with you and all this stuff. So anyway, just I'll put it out there. Some of you who work with clients, you may have had that kind of situation before, and let me know, what is your policy on that? Have you ever had a situation where you brought in a client to help you code and it's actually worked? Have you ever had it where it hasn't worked? Anyway, that's it for today. I will talk to you guys tomorrow.